everybody, welcome. Hope you guys are ready to draw. Are you ready to draw?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. What are we drawing today?
The Arch Illager.
Oh, wow, you really came hard with that. The Arch Illager from Minecraft Dungeons. Ready? All right, let's do it. Okay, so go ahead and get your pencils ready. It's going to start out with a kind of a dull pencil. We're just going to rough him out right now, figure out where he's going to be on our page, how big he's going to be, his proportions. We're just working real light right now to kind of establish something. We got to get started somehow, and I always start out with light pressure, real light, just figuring out how he's going to be shaped. He's got a long kind of narrow rectangular shaped head, so something like that there. Yep. And you can kind of, you don't have to worry about being clean right now. You can just kind of roughly sketch him in. About middle of his head here, he's got a weird little rectangle nose that hangs down just below the bottom of what would be his chin, like that right there. And then his eyes are set right about the top of his nose there. They kind of come up at an angle because he's going to be kind of looking mad. Flat line at the bottom. Same thing, that eye's a little bigger than the other one. That's okay, we'll fix that. He's got little pixel eyes, little pixel pupils there at the bottom. He's kind of a mad guy. What's the story behind him anyway?
He found like this magic block,
Yeah.
And then it made him get a staff, and then that's what gives him his powers.
Oh, and they made him kind of like evil?
Like really evil.
Oh, so he found a magic cube and it made him a bad guy basically. Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy. Got some kind of big old bushy L-shaped eyebrows sitting right on top of his eyes. He's got this funny crown. It's like this tall, skinny crown. Literally like that skinny, that tall. So just shoot a couple lines. It's going to be like that right there. It's going to be a couple little channels in the top, like a crown. Just like that. And then there's a channel in the middle of it where the jewels sit. He's got a red jewel and a blue jewel in his crown. They're just squares. They're going to go right there. Okay. That's how they are. Now, let's start figuring out his body. Just kind of establishes his head. His body, he's got kind of a small body. I'm just going to draw a rectangle, just kind of come off of each side of his nose and just draw a rectangle lightly. I'm going to go down to about right there. And then he has a jewel, a red jewel. It's a square that sits somewhere in the middle of his body right here that he wears on a necklace. And then, I don't know, he wears some like funky black, I think they're shorts or something, I don't know. But they're underneath his robe, so just do a rectangle kind of below where his jewel sits. And then up here, just a couple little squares right up under his chin. And his robe comes down middle of his body like that, and then it shoots over. Now keep in mind, they live in a pixelated world. Everything's basically just squares and straight lines. So it's kind of different. Kind of weird, you know. You okay over there? Is this mind numbing? This is numbing your brain, huh? Okay. They think the Arch Illager's taking over. He's got a couple little short, skinny legs that poke out the bottom of his body there like that.
Couple little short.
Yeah, little short legs with little tiny.
I'm a shorty. I'm a shorty.
Tiny feet.
Help,
Yeah.
help, I'm too short.
Yeah. I think he might have a little bit of that going on. A little bit of the small guy syndrome. Okay, and now his arm, just a couple straight lines there. He's got a short little straight arm that comes out like so. He doesn't even have hands. I don't know how he grabs anything.
Same with Minecraft people.
Yeah, doesn't have to make sense. This is all in your imagination. Okay, he's going to be holding his staff out here. That's the source of all his power, right? So, I have a staff coming out at an angle away from him. Just a couple straight lines, long, straight handle. It's more like a, I think they call it like a scepter, don't they?
Yeah.
And then up top here is where the jewel, what is it? It says magic cube.
Yeah.
Where the magic cube sits. It's going to be sitting right up here. And it kind of floats on top like so. And then I think when we finish we'll do some little bursts coming off of it. Something like that. We'll do that with the markers, but I'm just going to put them here so I remember. Some little pixelated, like magical glows coming off of it. Okay, so now that we've roughed him in, everything looks, you know, pretty messy right now, right? That's okay. This is just the construction phase of our drawing here. This is how you start from scratch. Now we're going to go over with a finer point pencil. I'm going to use a mechanical. You can use anything you want. You can use the same pencil you were using already. Just go through with a little bit more pressure, and I'm going to clean this up to get it ready for ink. And for the most part, I'm following the lines that I've created here. I'm just going over them and cleaning them up. I'm going over it darker and using more pressure now that I know where things are at. I'm confident in where he's at and the proportions and all that. So that's when you can start going over with your pencil and using more pressure.
And the
It's hard to draw in these tight quarters, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and he's bald.
He's bald. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have any hair, does he?
Yeah. I'm like a normal Minecraft person.
Yeah, a lot of the people in Minecraft have hair, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't the other Illagers have hair? Yeah. I think so.
But some other Illagers are bald.
Some other Illagers are bald?
Yep. I had to fight one in Minecraft before.
Must be an Illager thing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. See how we're just kind of following the lines we already have. Obviously, much cleaner this time.
I have such a 5-year-old that I can't even walk.
You're already on to ink? Whoa, dude. Hold on a second. You're going way fast. Wow. I mean, you can if you want. I'm not there yet, that's for sure. I got a ways to go. If you guys are ready to ink at home, go for it. You know, there's no rules. The way that I'm doing things is not the only way to do things. Sometimes as you draw more and more, you will develop your own process. I'm just here to kind of show you one way of doing things. And then you can kind of take it from there. More than anything, we're just here to have fun and draw together. Isn't that right, buddy?
Mhm.
I like drawing this guy. He's a funny character.
I just noticed one eyebrow is higher than the other.
That's okay.
So he's like, hmm?
He's kind of doing like a, what? What the?
Yeah.
Square at the top. I think those are just where his chain for his jewel here connects. I think that's all that is. And when we color this guy, we're going to kind of make him look pixelated, like he's straight out of the game. So we're trying to keep our lines straight. You know, drawing just straight lines, it would seem easy, but it can be pretty challenging. So if your lines aren't perfect, don't worry about it. Mine certainly aren't. But you know what? That's what gives drawing and that's what gives art character. It doesn't have to be perfect. He's got the funniest little feet, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They're just like little nothing. How does he walk on those pegs?
I don't know. But he probably trips a lot.
I would think so. I don't even know how he does anything on those.
Yeah.
I don't know how he climbed to the top of the mountain to find that magic jewel to begin with.
Yeah. Because he didn't have it. Because his caught on fire, so he tried to ask another.
Is that what happened? His house caught on fire?
No, his town caught on fire, and then he.
Oh, his town did?
And then he tried to move to a different villager's home, but they forced him in.
Really? Sounds like he had some bad luck.
Yeah, then he found the block.
And that's when he found the block.
Yep. Climbed to the top of the mountain.
What do you think about that game? It's pretty fun, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And he's got kind of like a grip in the middle of the scepter here that I'm just putting in there. And now we're getting close to wrapping this up with the pencil. Then I'll be ready to get to where you are with the ink. So I am just about there. There he is. What do you think? Is that looking like him?
Yeah. I'm drawing that giant
that
beast
looks
that
like
he
him.
stands on its shoulder.
What is that?
It's the giant beast that he stands on.
Oh, he stands on the shoulders of a giant beast?
Yeah.
What the heck? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
His horns.
No way. Okay. Guys, I'm ready to move on to some ink. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go around the perimeter of the drawing with a bold. That's something I like to do. You certainly don't have to. You could use a fine tip marker if you wanted to. I just like the way it kind of makes the drawing stand out. So go ahead and get a bold marker if you want to do this the way that I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to go around the outside of my drawing like so. And then I'll go back through with a fine tip and I will do the interior lines or the details of my drawing. So I'm going to speed it up for this part. Okay, cool. Oh, whoa, whoops. Tricked me there.
Yeah, we're going to move on.
I'm gonna do a fine tip. Which, wait a second. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this one here. Right? Oh, that's not the right one either. What is going on here? Let me get the right marker. I am gonna roll with this guy. I see you've moved on to additional details, which I think is great. I'm gonna go through the middle of my drawing now with this finer tip, just like this. And I'll be going through, and I'm really just tracing over my pencil lines. So go ahead and get your fine tip markers, and let's do that now. So at this point, our drawing is looking pretty messy, right? Like there's a lot going on here. And we got all this pencil still mucking up the situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my eraser out. So grab your eraser. I'm going to erase all the pencil marks that we used to get our drawing this far, so we can clean it up and go back through with a fine tip just to add some last minute details. So go ahead and get your erasers out and let's do that. Okay, cool. So I can see a lot better now, and I can see some things that I want to clean up. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fine tip. I'm going to go through and just kind of clean up some of my lines. This is something that you certainly do not have to do, but I like to do it. So, and you know, like I said before, there's no rules. You do not have to do this. I'm also going to go through, and what I'm going to do is add some hatch marks to simulate shadows. So, for example, underneath his head here, which overhangs over his body, I'm going to add some to his shoulders. I'm going to go ahead actually and maybe do a few on the back side of his robe here, like so, because that is not going to be getting a lot of light, right? So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that now. I'm about ready to color this thing. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Might take a while to color these big old beasts.
Yeah, I definitely think so, but let's not forget to sign our drawing, right? Because before we color it, let's make sure we get our signature on there. We want to sign and date, okay? That way you can look back and look at how you've progressed. Alright, let's do it, man. Let's color these things. Hey, hey. You get it up there, they can see it. That's it. Turned out pretty cool. I like how you added the, what's that guy? What do you call him?
I think he's like, I don't know what he's called.
You don't know what he's called? He's just a big bad dude?
He's just a big beast.
Big beast? Like a lava monster, right?
Yeah, because he has like little cracks of lava in him.
That's cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed drawing with us today. We'd love to see your drawings. Please share them with us on Instagram. You can find us at Wild Style Kids. If you had fun drawing with us today, give us a like, give us a subscribe for more videos coming in the future. And we can't wait for the next one, right? Alright guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye!